Welcome to the Embracing Your Unlimited Possibilities podcast, the podcast that will rock your world. I am Carol A Briney, and I am honored and humbled to be your host on this journey. It is my passion to help you to hear and follow your inner guidance so that you can live the life of your dreams. This podcast asks the question, do you remember who you were before everyone told you who you should be? I am here to remind you of your intimate connection to Source. You, my friend, are a divine being, having a human experience here on Earth, not the other way around. And just in case you cannot see the divine in yourself, I will be here to hold that vision for you until you can see it too. Joyous greetings. Welcome to the Embracing Your Unlimited Possibilities podcast. I am your host, Carol A Briney, and I am thrilled to be here with you as we walk down our path of never-ending joyous expansion together. To start today, I want to say thank you today because I love that I get to do these podcasts. I often get asked how I come up with the topics I share. People often comment, I thought you were speaking directly to me today on this podcast, or this podcast is exactly what I needed to hear. When I get those comments, I am always humbled and honored because I know that although the words come from my mouth, the topics and the ideas come from the divine. I am simply the mouthpiece. The divine gives me everything to say, and I love this. Every week before I get ready to do a podcast, I go within and ask the divine to give me a topic that will serve my listeners. I am always thrilled that a topic pops into my head, mostly when I least expect it to, but because I ask and I believe it will be answered. The topic that seems to be needed at the very moment appears. I love the synchronicity of how this happens. I believe that it will happen, and it does. So today, I want to thank my divine team. I want to thank my divine self. And I want to thank you for all being a part of the Embracing Your Unlimited Possibilities podcast. I love doing these, and I am thrilled that you are here and allow me to be part of your life. Today I'm going to talk about how what you believe is always what you see in your world. I know that if you're new to the law of attraction or the laws of the universe, this might seem odd or strange to you, but it is how it is. We all see the world from where we are. The saying, you don't see the world from how it is, you see the world from how you are, is true. What do you believe about the world? Do you believe in hate, greed, lust, and cruelty? A sort of the devil is always a play world? Or at least we need to blame it on the devil? Or do you believe in love, happiness, joy, and compassion? Do you believe that God, the source of this universe, is omnipresent? Omnipotent? I know that many of us were taught that we have an omnipresent, omnipotent, all-powerful God in charge of our lives. Wait just a minute. This God is all-powerful except for the devil? Now really, that doesn't even make sense. The all-powerful God can't control the devil? Seems a little man-made up to me. The source of this universe resides inside of each of us. This God is made of love and only love. Mankind, womankind, they are the ones who have taught us to be fearful, hateful, greedy, and mean. Many religions, in fact, have taught us that God is constantly judging us so that we toe the line and walk the straight and narrow path that the religion has set out for us. Once again, a bunch of man-made rules. Many religious dogmas were created by man so we could learn to fear God and to see ourselves as sinners, always having to be redeemed. And of course, the only way to redemption was through the church with all its man-made rules. Thus, we learn to fear God and our lives. We learn that fear is the way to live. We learn that God is outside of us, and we need to constantly strive to please Him by attending a certain church, giving money to that church, overlooking how the priests, ministers, and other hierarchy act and live, and following blindly like sheep, often doing what they say to do instead of how they act. Well, today I'm here to say that what some religious clergy do speaks so loudly I can't hear what they're saying. And today I'm here to say that none of us need a go-between between the source of this great and glorious universe and us. We are all divine beings having a human experience. We all have the divine inside of us. Each and every one of us is a divine being having a human experience, and we all create our own lives according to what we believe. Now, before I go on, I'm not saying that all clergy are to blame or are bad or you shouldn't listen to them. There are many people, many clergy who have chosen to share the Word of God, who realize that they are just here to teach you what you knew at one time but forgot. They are here to teach you that you are indeed connected to the divine and don't see themselves as your only way to salvation. These are the people helping you to see that you can indeed help yourself. I applaud these folks for teaching us that God dwells within each and every one of us. And I believe that giving money to help this type of institution is important. Give where you get fed. Give where you feel empowered. Where you are giving, don't give where you are giving because some minister or priest has God's ear and is trying to convince you that he or she is the way, or that you don't give. If you don't give, you will be judged and not get what you want. But it all does tie in to see what you believe. You see what you believe. You get what you believe. There's a passage in the Bible that states, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It took me a lot of study to finally understand this. I wondered why God would be that way. What the Bible is saying here, though, is it is done unto you as you believe. You create what happens in your life. What is it that you think about and talk about most when it comes to money? Do you talk about lack? Do you talk about not having enough? Do you complain about paying your bills? Do you say negative things about rich people? Do you believe that someone else can have money, but it's not in the cards for you? This, my friend, is not a vindictive God out there keeping you from having money. It is your belief in money, or actually your belief in the lack of money in your life. When you think or say these things, the divine inside of you says, oh, she doesn't believe that she can be prosperous. Good to know. So boom, here's more bills and more lack for you. Now, if you are someone who believes that they can have money, someone who appreciates all they have right now, someone who is happy to pay their bills because they know that it's important to keep money circulating, then the divine inside of you says, you believe you can have all you want. Good enough. Boom, here's more money. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer, simply due to what they believe about money. It's the same with the entire world. How do you see people? Do you see people that for the most part are kind and caring, compassionate and giving? Or do you believe that the world is a scary place and that we're all going to hell in a handbasket? Pay attention to what you think, what you say about people. Pay attention to how often you judge someone as good, bad, or even evil. How about right or wrong? Life always corresponds to your attitude about events and people. Nothing comes to us except through our own consciousness. There is a divine spark inside of each and every person on this planet. When you allow yourself to see people like this, you will see that everything, every action comes from either love or fear. When your thoughts come from love, you will allow a loving world to manifest. Remember, all of your conditions and circumstances are made manifest through your beliefs. Focus your attention on what you want to see. Don't let the reality of life dampen your good. Announce the good you want to see to your divine consciousness. Jesus said, "What I can do, you can do, and more." We are all one with the omnipotent source. Open your mind and your heart to your very own good and watch what happens. It is done unto you as you believe. Claim that for all people. Claim the same desires. Claim that everyone you know desires peace, good health, and prosperity. See the good in life for everyone. I see everyone around me prospering and living in peace. And when you pray, affirm success, love, and prosperity for all. Never deny what is good and right for another person. When you believe what you are saying, you have fulfilled the law, and the law of attraction can't help but manifest your beliefs. I, my magical, marvelous, and magnificent friend, am holding the belief in your good health, your prosperity, and your joy. So until next time. It's time to say so long for another day. Remember, you, my friend, are an awesome, wonderful, delightful, caring, fabulous, beautiful, giving, superfine, divine being here on this planet to enjoy your ever-expanding possibilities. Follow your bliss, allow your light to shine, and by doing so, you are automatically giving your best to the world. So until next time, when we will be discussing your unlimited possibilities, namaste.